Dewgong is a Pokemon that hasn't had too much success in VGC, however was used in the later parts of 2015 on Perish. And in the recent gens, it's actually got a buff with Flip Turn, which is actually making it a great pivot move. And with the tool set that Dewgong has, it has a really cool option on Perish. Even though Perish Trap isn't as good as it was because of Go as a really strong Pokemon in the generation, we're going to be trying out and seeing how well it can perform. This is a Dewgong Perish Trap team, and it was funny because I kept playing an opponent that just ended up using this Dewgong Perish Trap team. I think we faced them for 3 battles in a row. All I know is they had Japanese text for their names, so I actually don't know anything about them, but we just kept facing them like several videos, and I really want to try it out because I thought Dewgong Perish looked like a lot of fun, and ended up stealing their 6 with as much recreation as I could remember and built this recreation of the team. Let's break it down. First, we have the Gothitelle, and Gothitelle is very important Pokemon because it is a Pokemon that gets access to that Shadow Tag ability, which prevents the opponent from switching, which is really important for that Perish Trap mode. I don't remember the original item on Gothitelle. I think it was Citrus Berry if I'm not mistaken. However, I thought that leftovers after grassy terrain stacking would heal back basically as much as a Citrus Berry would, and can be very important for Gothitelle to stick around on the field. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to keep leftovers instead on the Gothitelle, and it is able to recover a lot of HP again with that grassy terrain. And normally if you're going to go for the Perish mode, you usually do bring Rillaboom next to the Gothitelle. Terra Water is that defensive typing of choice. We have Fake Out and Heal Pulse. Heal Pulse for the recovery on Dewgong as well as your other Pokemon. Make them last longer on the field so you can get more Perish Songs and stall out those counters more effectively. We have Rain Dance, which is interesting. So I knew my opponent did have Rain Dance because they used it against me at one point, and I thought, why do they have Rain Dance? And then I thought about this team and I looked at it. I'm like, okay, maybe Torkoal Trick Room Sun might be a bit difficult because Eruption might be really hard to switch into. So I decided, you know what, if the creator did have Rain Dance for a purpose, it was probably for the Sun matchup. I'm not sure too much. I was debating about Psychic instead of Rain Dance, but I decided at the end they must have had Rain Dance for a specific reason that was really tough for the original 6. So just kept Rain Dance as it is, and then Protect, of course, to keep down the Perish Trap. It's very important to utilize this Gothitelle and get the Shadow Tag still on the field for that Perish Song counter. Next, we have the star of the team, which is that Dewgong. And this Dewgong running Thick Fat as the bait, so it has the fire and ice type move damages out there onto Dewgong, and it's a very useful ability. The Covert Cloak, which is what my opponent did have when I did face them, and it's a great item because if your opponent is like, oh, Fake Out the Dewgong, then it's going to ignore it, which is really cool. But also stuff for like Dire Claw status to make it more consistent against Sneasler, and a few other options so you don't have to worry about like random flinches out there, random statuses from secondary effects. It's just a good item to keep it more consistent. So Dewgong, the important mon that's usually getting the Perish Song off against the teams or needs to Flip Turn out in order to get in another user, is very vital. The Terra Fairy as your defensive typing to be able to resist the fighting type attacks out there, and it's one of the best defensive typings in the format. Perish Song as your main choice, it's really important. Fake Out to help stall out the turns, Flip Turn in order to pivot, and then Protect to keep itself around and stall out those Perish Song counters. Next, we have the Life Orb Rillaboom, and it is something that is very powerful with that Terra Ground option with high horsepower. I'm not exactly sure why you need the Life Orb Terra Ground option on the Rillaboom. My opponent did have it and tried to go for it onto King Gambit in one of my games and then just failed to miss the knockout. So I wasn't too sure, but I thought, you know what, it does probably make sense because it helps out against Golden Go, which is pretty important. And against those steel types, especially Golden Go, you can never have enough answers when you're running a Perish Trap team. So decide to go with that Terra Ground option with high horsepower. Also allows you to get some pretty heavy damage to Incineroar, especially because if Rillaboom comes in unintimidated, you could threaten the Incineroar, which is a very common Pokemon that usually pivots around with the parting shot. So you can catch them and snipe them with that Terra Ground high horsepower, get rid of their option, and then Perish Song might be more effective in the game. Grassy Glide for the priority option, Fake Out, of course, in order to stall out the Perish counter, as well as Protect. Next, we have the Incineroar. Running with Intimidate, of course, great ability. Assault Vest in order to tank attacks well. You might be thinking, why Assault Vest on a Perish team? But it makes sense. Again, Golden Go is one of the biggest threats to Perish, and one of the ways you need to counter Golden Go is make sure you have Pokemon that can switch into it, because Dewgong, since it is not a pure water type, doesn't resist Make It Rain. Rillaboom, since it's not Assault Vest, since it has Protect, can't really switch into it. Gothitelle can't do anything to Golden Go. You need a way to guarantee that you're able to take the Make It Rains and the Shadow Balls consistently. And Assault Vest Incineroar is a very nice answer, because even if Golden Go is boosted by a Nasty Plot, it is able to tank the attacks. You have the Flare Blitz option that's able to do as much damage as possible. And this Incineroar is actually running attack, because I feel like getting the KO onto like the timid Golden Ghosts that run Life Orb is actually really crucial, and you need to threaten those. The Throat Chop, which is to help out against opposing Incineroar. This Incineroar actually has speed, so hopefully you can outspeed most of the Incineroars out there. Go for the Throat Chop and prevent their parting shots from coming out, so they are trapped in, which can be very important for Perish. You have Fake Out, of course, and then U-Turn as your pivot option. Next are the two other Pokemon, which are Flamigo and Gengar, and I just never saw my opponent really bring them, so I had no idea what to really go with. I thought about putting Focus Sash on Flamigo because Flamigo is a pretty frail Pokemon, but Gengar is too, so it made me really concerned about like which one I wanted to go for. In the end, I decided to go with the Focus Sash on the Gengar with the Terra Ghost option for a stronger Shadow Ball, and again, this is to do as much damage into Golden Go as possible. And I felt like it would make a lot of sense on this team, because having that Terra Ghost Shadow Ball to threaten the Ghost types that could switch in and be immune to the Shadow Tag, I think is very crucial, and can do a lot of damage to even a Golden Go that does decide to Terra and get rid of its Ghost weakness, so it can still two-shot, which is nice. And yeah, again, Gengar, pretty frail Pokemon, so I thought, you know, just give it a Focus Sash so it can stick around and have speed, because I wanted speed on the Gengar because of the Disable tech. I knew I was going to have Shadow Ball for the Ghost types. I knew I was going to have Perish Song on the Gengar. The only other move was you definitely need Protect on the Gengar, so you can run one of the two moves on Gengar, which are supportive options normally, which is Encore or Disable. Sludge Bomb could have been a cool offensive option, but I don't think it's necessary on Perish. You want to really commit to that Perish mode with this team, and I felt like, okay, I either want Encore or I want Disable. And more likely you might face like some really strong choice items, the ability that Encore is like, what moves would I really want to lock my opponent into that's favorable? Because like if it's Tailwind, they already have the Tailwind set up generally, so I don't think it's necessary. I think they're just like a lot of stronger options. They're not going to really click Fake Out, I think, against me, especially if Gengar is on the field. It's not necessary. So I thought, you know, Disable is probably more effective against the more threatening offensive coverage that opponents could have. And then my last Pokemon was Flamigo with the Scrappy and the Wider, because I realistically could not figure out an item that I want to put on Flamigo. I think if I was looking back in retrospect, it'd probably be Safety Goggles, but I really just had no clue of what I wanted on this mon. It has the Stellar Terra, which is to help out boost up its damage output with the Close Combat and Brave Bird. That's in case I need the extra power to get a knockout into like Incineroar or Golden Go or more. And the Wide Guard is pretty important for like really strong offensive options like Eruption from Hisuian Typhlosion and Make It Rain from Golden Go. So I decided Wider because even though I can't get intimidated, the fact that I can use Close Combat and then Wider back, the stat drops from the defense decreases might have been something. But I already had Life Orb on Rillaboom. I had Focus Sash on Gengar. I was just lost with this Pokemon. So I thought it was either Wider, which made the most sense. I think Safety Goggles can also work. But yeah, I just didn't know too much about the Flamigo and Gengar since I never saw them brought. Overall, a lot about this team though is just getting up the Perish Song with the Gengar or the Dewgong depending on the opponent's team, and really just playing well according to it. You do have offensive options with Rillaboom, Gengar, and Incineroar, Flamigo that actually do some pretty decent damage with their output and can definitely set up a game for Perish, but mainly it is focusing on finding ways to set up a Perish Song, trapping in a Gothitelle, and installing out the counter turns. If you would like to check out the details of the team, they'll be linked in the description down below. Primarina, Garchomp, Infernape, Magnezone, Murkrow, and Sinistcha. I saw the top four and I'm like, okay, I can understand like these four. And then I looked at the bottom two and I'm like, wait. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. We have a ghost type in Sinistra. We have Murkrow, which can be a bit scary. They have Magnezone, which could actually be a really weird one for me to handle because of pivoting. Especially if they have access to Volt Switch. I don't know if they will run Volt Switch. I don't really see Magnezone in the format, so a lot of things that could go wrong. If we could force a Terra from Sinistra though with Incineroar, that would be really good. Rillaboom solid, Incineroar solid, Gothitelle solid, and Dewgong. I think I will go to Perish mode against this team. I think Gengar is probably not necessary. I don't think I need Flamigo. It's not bad though against this team, but I don't think I need it. The question is what do I want to lead here? Probably I'd lead Incineroar plus Dewgong. I think it's a pretty safe lead. I like getting the Intimidate off. I like seeing what they could start off with. Have Gothitelle in the back after I get Intimidate off and scout the position. And then Rila as well. Like there's a lot of things I can do, especially because I have high horsepower Rila. I can trap into Magnezone, go for that high horsepower. I have the ability to trap in Primarina with Grassy Glide. So I have a lot of ways that I can actually put on the pressure with this team. So let's see what they decide to go for. Infernum's actually kind of a threat though. It is actually a pretty big threat. We're going to see Incineroar Primarina. Okay. Versus Dewgong and the Incineroar. All right. So Intimidate gonna go off into the Magnezone and the Primarina. I don't think it's Terra Ghost. I think my best play is to probably just get in my Rillaboom and go for a fake out into the Magnezone. Just don't be Terra Ghost, Magnezone, and we should be fine. If this is Hyper Voice, that's okay. I could also double out. I could double out too. That's also a fair play. Maybe I should get Gothitelle in next to Rila instead. Yeah, I'll consider it. I'm gonna trap in these Pokemon. I don't know if you would ever protect in this position against Perish Song. I don't think you would. But let's see. Bring in the Rila, bring in the Gothitelle. They know my 4, but realistically, when I'm going into Perish Song mode, like this is basically what they should expect. I want to see what they decide to lock into. I don't think Rila is going to be threatened to getting knocked out here unless they Moonblast, but we'll see. Hyper Voice going to come out. Acceptable. And Throat Spray. Okay, so the Primarina is actually going to be a pretty big offensive threat that I have to respect. And we're going to see Magnezone go for a Volt Switch. Okay, so I don't get to trap the Magnezone. Gothitelle takes a lot of damage, but will heal back quite consistently with the leftovers in grassy terrain. And after a fake out and protect, we'll be able to heal back more than Citrus, so that's pretty nice. Infernum coming in. All right. Okay. As we get the recovery. So this is going to be interesting. I really want to catch that Infernum. So Volt Switch on the Magnezone is actually super threatening. Terra wise, I don't think I need my Terra on anything specific here. I think I just want to... Do I want to protect? I'm trying to debate about protecting here. I could also just fake out. I could go for a double fake out. There's nothing wrong with it. Unless Infernape fakes out the Gothitelle and then Primarina. I don't think you fake out the Gothitelle though. I think I'm just going to fake out because Life Orb fake out actually gets some pretty good chip into Infernape. We see a Terra. Okay, it's Primarina. If it was Infernape, that would be kind of weird. All right, Terra Ground on the Primarina. I have a thing I can do. Okay, nice. Fake out gonna come out into Infernape, break a Focus Sash. We reveal that we're Life Orb, which is okay. We fake out the Primarina. I hope that Terra Ground Life Orb KOs the Primarina, because I kind of need that right now. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go for Terra Ground High Horsepower to Oko the Primarina. And I think Inferno can't knock out the Gothitelle in one shot. They are probably going to target the Rila anyway. I'm just going to go for High Horsepower into the Primarina. And I'm going to go for a Heal Pulse into the Rillaboom. Let's see. We will go for the Terra with our Rila. Wait, did I... Oh, wait. It should be Terra Ground on this team. I forgot to change the Terra. Oh, no. That's bad. Fire Punch. Okay. High horsepower. Well, we KO'd a Primarina at least. I'm gonna have to make a change. I forgot to Terra Shard my Rila. I thought I did Terra Shard the Rila. Looks like I forgot to. Okay. Well, I mean, realistically, ground would have worked better against Magnezone, but this is actually still a pretty good position in general because I can definitely set up for a Perish endgame. And I really like the leftovers change I made on the Gothitelle, which I don't remember if the original team was leftovers. I think it was Citrus. But yeah, now we have a really good spot. The Infernape's trapped in. Garchomp gonna come in. Okay, this is where it gets scary, I suppose. But overall... This is where it's gonna get scary. I'm thinking Incineroar and Heal Pulse is probably alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go Incineroar and click Heal Pulse into the Rila. They didn't bring in Magnezone, so they're trapped with these Pokemon. I get the Intimidate into the Garchomp, assuming it's not Clear Amulet. I get the heal back with Incineroar, which is pretty good. Get an Intimidate off an Infernape is really solid. We can probably set up a position to get Dewgong in, but we'll see. They go for Stomping Tantrum. I don't know if you close combat double this slot. I mean, it's okay if you do, I suppose, but it's not ideal. They did close combat double that slot. Okay. This is why Terra Ground would have held, because I could have probably just switched into Incineroar on the other slot and high horsepower the Incineroar. Then I could have perished the end game. Terrifier actually screwed me over here. Unfortunately. Okay. Alright, we get the leftovers recovery. Gonna bring in the Dewgong. Why were we not Terra Ground? Terra Ground actually actually was a good spot. Yeah, because close combat's gonna do so much to Dewgong. You should double up the Dewgong here though. I'm gonna go into Rila and click Protect with Dewgong. And then we could see if we can figure out a position where I can maybe get like a fake out flip turn combination off into the Infernape. If I went into Rila, it was kind of the same thing. Actually, maybe I should have swapped in Rila first instead and swapped down to Dewgong. So I had fake out with the Dewgong instead of fake out pressure with the Rila. They go for a Dragon Claw into the Dewgong, which is perfect. Close combat into Dewgong. Okay, wait, hold on. We're in this game. We're in this game. If fake out flip turn KOs the Infernape, we have a good chance actually. I'm gonna go for the fake out into the Infernape because I don't think they have Protect, and that's with the Rila. We'll go for flip turn into the Infernape. There's no way. I think we'll see. Infernape gonna retreat. Ah, Magnezone comes in. This might not be awful though. If the Magnezone doesn't have Protect, this might be okay because they used our Terra before. Yeah, no, this might be okay. They go for Stomping Tantrum. That shouldn't KO the Rila. Does a lot though. Flip turn gonna come out from the Dewgong into the Magnezone. Okay, we can fake out the Garchomp and high horsepower the Magnezone. But the problem is Infernape's not intimidated anymore. I don't have any speed control. We have chances though, I suppose. Fake out the Garchomp, go for the high horsepower into the Magnezone. The next turns are going to be so questionable though. Rough Skin, I get the high horsepower off into the Magnezone. The Magnezone goes down to the high horsepower. Okay. They have the double power Stomping Tantrum though, which is really bad. They have the double power Stomping Tantrum, which is really bad. I think I gotta read where the close combat goes, specifically from the Infernape. I'm gonna go Dewgong and I think protect with the Rila. Yeah. I have an out, but it just depends on where they're going with their attacks. They could double up the Rila, which would be great for me, but one target's probably going out into the Dewgong slot here. Dragon Claw comes out into the Rila. Please close combat double the Rila, but it should be close combat to Gothitelle. Wait, they fire punched? That is a big throw here. Did I fake out or did I protect? No, I just protect Dewgong. I switch to Gothitelle. Then I have fake out pressure. Why did they fire punch to Gothitelle? Because if I had Psychic, I would have went for Psychic way earlier. Maybe they thought I was going to stay in to go for Trick Room. I mean, I'll take it. Man, this game would have been so much easier if I just had to Terror Ground Reel like I'm supposed to have on this team. Would have been so much easier. Gothitelle comes in. We protect our Dewgong here. We're not taking any damage with the Dewgong because I'm worried about like how much a crit from Garchomp can do in the end game. We're going to see Dragon Claw into the Gothitelle. Ooh, if they double the Gothitelle, this might not be good. Okay, but yeah, they close combat the Dewgong because they're desperate to make sure Perish Song doesn't go up. But now I should have the game sealed because I can fake out the Infernape and go for a Perish Song. And as long as Garchomp can't get a knockout here, I should be able to win with double protects. They could have Feint, but I just don't think they have Feint. If they had Feint, I think they would have revealed it earlier. So fake out the or Perish Song and fake out the Incineroar. Or fake out the Infernape. Yep. Actually, I'm going to protect. I do not think you could ever protect in this position, but sure. Okay, so Infernape has protect. Is it fake out, protect, fire punch, close combat, I guess? Fake out going to be into the Infernape. Gonna fail. Gonna go for the Perish Song with the Dewgong. And now the Perish Song counter should ensure the game. Yeah. I'm slower than all of their Pokemon, so even if I stay in, I'll have a guaranteed win. So I have a few ways. I guess I could play this. If they have Feint, what do I do here? I could double protect, which is also fine, regardless. But I think my optimal play is just to go out and Rila, have fake out pressure with the Dewgong, because the Dewgong healthy should allow us to win the game. We protect our Gothitelle. We have Grassy Terrain left as recovery, stacking on Gothitelle. If they don't have Feint, if they have Feint, they go for Feint into one of these Pokemon. It might be the Rila, which is okay here. If they knock out Rila, I just get a free switch back to Dewgong. I get fake out pressure. I heal pulse my Dewgong. I double protect again, and then they can't do anything. So let's see if they have Feint. If they have Feint and knock out the Gothitelle with Feint plus crit Dragon Claw, Dewgong comes in. I get to go for fake out into the Infernape, and the game is sealed. They go for a double attack into Gothitelle. Yeah, game's over. Game is over. I'll fake out the Infernape. Yeah, I fake out the Infernape, click heal pulse into Rila. And that will seal it here. Yes. So let's heal pulse to Rila. Let's fake out the Infernape. They're not going to forfeit, but the game is over at this point. Dewgong just wins by itself. Unless, no, if they have Encore, it doesn't change anything. They go for a Dragon Claw on the Rila. Picks up the knockout. Man, the fact that I didn't Terra Ground Shard the Rila, because I just forget sometimes, man. There's sometimes I forgot. I also forgot to put Wide Guard on Flamigo when I had it, because I used my Flamigo with Tailwind and I thought I had Wide Guard initially on it. So that was something that slipped my mind. So I thought when I completed everything, I'm like, oh, I have everything on deck. But no, I didn't. We go out into Dewgong. We click fake out in Infernape, so it can't do anything. And we go for Heal Pulse into our Dewgong. And we 100% win the game because Garchomp in grassy terrain can't double crit me with Earthquake and do enough damage. And Sami Tantrum can only probably pick up one knockout with a crit. I don't even know if a crit would knock out either of my Pokemon. But yeah, fake out the Infernape, just Heal Pulse. And that will be it. They go for Dragon Claw. Dewgong absolutely eats that up with that Intimidate from before, and Heal Pulse into Dewgong will heal it back even further. So even if we had to stall out one more turn of Perish counter, we were very solid here. So the big mistake for my opponent was giving the Fire Punch play in a Gothitelle, but I guess they didn't know my final move, because I don't think if you were looking at this at Team Preview, you would expect Rain Dance on the Gothitelle. I know the Gothitelle had Rain Dance because it clicked it once against me, and I assume it's for the Sun team, because when I thought about it, Side Spam plus Sun looks really scary for Perish if I don't set it up properly. So I thought, okay, if they had Rain Dance for a reason, it probably was for the Sun team, so might as well keep it if like they couldn't figure out another move. Otherwise, I was just gonna have Psychic. Psychic would have been really good there because I could have punished Infernape at any point in the game. But all right, I'm changing that Rayla to Terra Ground, and I guess I had to change the Rental too while I'm at it. Dragonite, Goldengo, Dundozo, Archaludon, Annihilate, and Blood Moon Ursaluna. Oh boy. Definitely quite an offensive team. Annihilate's always scared to deal with. Plus Goldengo. Yeah, this is not going to be so great, is it? All right, let's try to figure out what we can do here, because it's going to be pretty rough. And I mean pretty rough. I like... Can I even set up properly? Blood Moon's also tough. Yeah, this is going to be super tricky. Flamigo's good. Flamigo is good. I think I probably can't go with the Dewgong mode, right? I think I have to go with the Gengar Perish. Probably. I think I need Rila. I think I need Gengar. I think Rila Gengar is a pretty good lead for the most part, because Fake Out Shadow Ball or Grassy Glide Shadow Ball is actually pretty threatening to their team. Incineroar, I think, in the back, and Flamigo might be the best answer. I do have a Perish backup in case with the Gengar. It's going to be super rough. That Dragonite with Scale Shot's always going to be concerning. The Scale Shot is able to one-shot my Gengar. I don't think it one-shots after Intimidate, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a 5-hitter. I really don't know my Gengar calcs. It's been so long, but let's see. We'll find out. We'll find out. Gengar Archaludon versus, or Archaludon plus the Goldengo. Interesting. I have no idea what's about to go on here. I am worried about both of these Pokemon. I'm trying to figure out, do I reposition the Incineroar or do I just attack here? I don't know if they double the Gengar or not. I could protect in high horsepower and Dretzen a ton of damage, which I think might be worth. Yeah, I think I am going to do that. And I think I have to target down the Goldengo. Let's see. I'm going to high horsepower to Gold. It covers quite a bit. We're not going to see... Okay. We protect Gengar. Make it rain. Snarl coming out. Okay, wait. The Gold is slow on this team. It's not Choice Scarf at the very least. Snarl comes out. All right, we tank it. Make it rain. As long as it's not Specs, I should live one. Incineroar would have been a great switch, though. Yeah, Rayla is able to tank it, which is nice. All right. Horsepower, please connect. Nice. So that's a huge hit in there. Goldengo. Almost a knockout, but... Oh, Focus Sash Goldengo. Wait, is this the same guy I played before? I think it is. Okay. Sure. Sure. Do I Grassy Glide here, or am I'm trying to think if I could beat Dundozo if I Perish, so I don't need Rila precisely to win this game. I'm gonna high horsepower the Arcalon. I think I just Shadow Ball to Gengar. Because Snarl's not gonna knock out the Rila. They have to Electroshot or something here, which is okay. They're just gonna attack, which I'm not surprised about. So I am able to get a Shadow Ball off into gold, which is nice. If I expect Electroshot on the Rila, I should have just went for the high. Should have just went for the Terra Ground, but let's see. They go for Body Press. Okay. Rila survives. That's huge. Get a high horsepower off of Life Orb. That's some good damage to our Caledon. All right. That's a beautiful start to the game. That's a beautiful start to the game. Granted, the game's nowhere near over, but we'll take it. We'll take it. I'm going to go out into Flamigo, I think, because I need the offense against both of these Pokemon. We're going to see Ursaluna come in. Interesting. Was this Terra Ghost Ursaluna? I have no clue. None. Arcalon can't protect. Ursaluna is in a weird spot. They might protect and switch out. I think my best play is just to go for a double protect here and scout for what they're going to click. I went for Shadow Ball with Gengar last turn, so I'm okay with this. We want to scout the Terra. We do see a Terra involved. Nice. Gonna be the Ursaluna into Terra normal. We do have Stellar Terra on our Flamigo, and that's what I might go for. The question is, what is the Arcalon going for? If it's a dragon move, I'll click disable into the Arcalon so I can get the Stellar Terra knockout into the Ursaluna. Sure. Why does it reflect our Caledon? Does it go down to Shadow Ball? This has to be Hyper Voice. I think I'm gonna Wide Guard and Shadow Ball. If I kill our Caledon, I can win with Perish. I think that's the play. I think I go for the Shadow Ball with Terra Ghost. Hope that KOs. Get a Wide Guard. Block a Hyper Voice, and then I can Perish the end game. All right, Terra Ghost on our Gengar. We Wide Guard here on Hyper Voice. If they Earth Power, that's acceptable too. Here's a Shadow Ball. Please knock out our Caledon. I think it should. Yes. Okay. Perfect. All right. Screens our Caledon. Not what I expected. Nice. 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 Perfect. Okay. Really good turn. Really good turn. What's the final Pokemon? What's the final Pokemon? Is it Dragonite? That's not Dragonite. It's Annihilate, right? Okay. Now I'm in a weird spot because since it's Annihilate SLS, I'm not sure what I want to do. If the Annihilate has Protect, it's such a weird spot. But if it doesn't have Protect, I think I'm in a really golden spot. I think I want to Brave Bird Shadow Ball. It's either Brave Ball, Shadow Ball, or Perish. I think I Shadow Ball. All right, it's not Scarf, so I should get a Shadow Ball Brave Bird KO, which is super ideal here. Nice. Okay. So Annihilate goes down. Super ideal. We get a Brave Bird off, which doesn't really affect it too much, but sure. Good damage. Blood Moon gonna come out into who? Gengar? No, into Flamigo. That's acceptable. Incineroar got to carry. Incineroar got to carry. The question is, how fast is the Ursaluna? Because I actually have no idea how fast the Ursaluna is, and we're not going to be able to find out, which is the unfortunate part. All right, we bring out Incineroar. We have an Assault Vest, which is nice. I'm gonna fake out, and the thing is, since I don't know the Blood Moon speed tier, I have no idea if the right play is to Shadow Ball or not. Because if it's faster, my optimal play is to. But I think I just Shadow Ball first. Because I don't want to perish. I don't want to disable yet. Disable could be a key factor in an endgame scenario. Ah, they let me get the fake out off. But I guess because of the perish. Because we just don't know the speed interactions. I get a bit of extra damage on the Blood Moon, which is important. I don't know if they have Hyper Voice or they would attack here. I'm just going to knock off the Blood Moon and I'm going to protect the Gengar. It really comes down to what your attacks are on the Blood Moon. All right, my Incineroar is faster, so Perish was a bad, would have been a misplay. Okay. The Earth Power, sure. Oh, I think I lose. Unless Reflect wears off. Having a fast Incineroar is going to be painful here. I'm going to disable the Blood Moon and hope that they don't click Hyper Voice for some reason. Or if we're... No, we're not living Hyper Voice after Flare Blitz. Oh, the fact that it was Reflect or Cal, that screwed me over because that Reflect is actually making it impossible for me to KO. If there was no Reflect, it'd be okay. Disable. I need them to Earth Power here or Flare Blitz to crit maybe. Or burn. Burn would help. Yeah, they Hyper Voice. Okay. It did seem rough. It was possible though. It was very possible. But man, I don't know. I mean, I guess I would have had to assume that it... Well, actually... Oh, I know where I misplayed now, actually. Because the Annihilate, but what... I should have close combat the Annihilate because we knew that the Annihilate couldn't have a Focus Sash because it was Focus Sash Golden Go. Okay, yeah, that's where I messed up. This was actually very winnable. I just needed to close combat instead of Shadow Ball. Or not Shadow Ball, instead of Brave Birding. Because even if like Annihilate survives, I have Scrappy regardless. So Scrappy close combat should have killed the Annihilate in their spot. Yeah, I doubled thinking it was the Focus Sash one because I'm so used to like the Focus Sash Annihilate with the Dragonite combo with gold. But we saw Focus Sash on gold, so it made no sense. Yeah, I should have just close combated. Oh my goodness. What is this? What is this? Hisuian Zork, Wheezing, Pelipper, Blood Moon Ursaluna, Incineroar, and the Oranguru. What is this team? Does Illusion still work in neutralizing gas? I think it does. All right, this is going to be a super tough one. This is going to be a super tough one. Gengar I'm probably going to need for offense. I probably need Incineroar. I don't think I could really get the... Yeah, this is going to be super tough. I think I bring Rillin. Is it Dewgong back? I do need a pivot. I feel like having two Perish Songs users is better as a backup. I think it is Dewgong. This is so weird. This is going to be so weird of a game. Let's find out. Because we have Rain. We have Ursaluna with a Oranguru, which is super threatening. We also have potentially, unless it's Misty or Misty Surge on the Wheezing, which is probably neutralizing gas. There's a lot I have to take into account. Gonna be the Oranguru and Ursaluna. Okay, that's not as bad. Okay. As we bring out our Incineroar and our Gengar. Focus. Do they have a safe protect? I feel like they have a safe protect on the Ursaluna. I don't have Gothitelle. I think my ideal play is to throw chop the Ursaluna to prevent it from throw chop. Oh, Oranguru protects, which is interesting. Okay. Oh, it's Zork. Interesting. Okay. So I get the throat chop off into the Ursaluna. That works. It's Sash Zoroark. Huh. Okay. Don't even really know what I'm supposed to expect here, but that works. I guess I'm gonna go out into Dewgong and I'm gonna click throat chop into the Oranguru. Because I don't know if the Zoroark hard retreats here. It might have Memento. It might go for the Memento. If it gets access to it, so they get a free switch to Ursaluna. They do retreat. Oh boy. Is this Ursaluna? No, Incineroar is fine. Okay. Ooh, okay. I'll take it. Because I get a throat chop off into the Oranguru and get some pretty decent damage. And I get to switch out to reposition. I do have to find a way to sell out Trick Room, but I do have triple fake out on deck. So that's actually helpful. Because the Instructs doesn't bypass that. I like it. I like it. Beautiful. Okay. Game's nowhere near over, but still, that was really good here. That is Ursaluna coming in. Yep. Just gonna protect the Dewgong, I think, and I think we just want to U-turn out. Don't want to U-turn out. Probably the Incineroar, because it might actually make the difference between high horsepower KOing or not. This is probably fake out a Dewgong. No, they fake out the Incineroar. Okay. Is this Earth Power too? I suppose. No, they do Hyper Voice. Which I guess makes sense because I could have throat chopped, but alright. You reveal my Assault Vest. Oh. Throat Spray. Okay. I'm in speed on my Dewgong. Do I go Gengar here? I don't need Gengar. It really does not do anything. Because if it absorbs a Blood Moon, that's fine. Trying to think here. I kind of want to... Do I want to U-turn out my... I think I do want to U-turn with Incineroar. I think I'm going to U-turn the Incineroar and switch to Gengar. Because I'm okay with sacking Gengar if I need to reposition. I stay protect the Ursaluna, which is actually pretty good for me. I got a U-turn off into the Incineroar. Kind of wish I had Encore on the Gengar. Judge button. Is that good or for bad for me? That's probably good for me. They bring in a Zoroark. That's all right. I mean, realistically, your play is to always switch out the Zoroark here into the Incineroar, right? I think I'm just gonna U-turn and switch out. And if they... is this Protect? Vacuum Wave. Wait, you don't have Scrappy. I'm a Ghost type. What? Oh, Vacuum Wave from the Ursaluna. A Shadow Ball. What am I dealing with here? I mean, I win because I go Rila. I'm gonna Terra Ground the Rila makes sense and fake out the Ursaluna because I should be faster than the Incineroar. And the Incineroar shouldn't be able to pick up a knockout because I haven't had my Sash Lock. Oh, so that makes more sense. I was like, why did they Vacuum Wave with Zoroark? And then I realized, oh, Zoroark doesn't have Vacuum Wave access to Ursaluna. They tried to KO my Gengar there before our Gengar could get an attack off, I guess. I guess it was Scarf? I had to be. No, wait, no, it was Sash. I'd have outsped anyway. I guess they were just hoping Gengar couldn't do much. Surprised they didn't just go Incineroar there, but you know what? We'll take it. We'll go for Perish Song. We're going to go for a Terra Ground Fake Out into the Ursaluna. If it's Covert Cloak... No, it's Throat Spray. We already confirmed that, so it can't be Covert Cloak. So I should guarantee to win here. They don't have a Terra. Actually, do they have a Terra? They might have a Terra, right? You could have Terra Ghost, I guess, because we didn't see the Zoroark Terra, and Rangoor definitely didn't Terra. I mean, this game's been really weird, but sure. Fake out into the Ursaluna, so it looks like it's not going to be Terra Ghost. Perfect. As Fake out going to go into Rila. They were just hoping it was a slow Rila, but I do actually have speed on this team because I want the fast, high horsepower threats. We are able to get Perish Song or fast-ish Rila. And now the game is just over. I spam protects, switches out, fake out again. Like, I have so much that's just going for me at this point. They don't have a chance of like being able to knock out all my Pokemon within these 3 turns as long as I click protect like once or twice. So we'll double protect here. And yeah, I mean, we did get lucky with the crit on the Rangoor, but the way that they just decide, hey, I'm going to lose 2 Pokemon in front of a Perish team like that, like risking the Zoroark like that was just so risky. Maybe they thought I had Encore on Gengar and thought that I was going to Encore lock the Ursaluna. I did not. I had to choose between one of Encore or Disable, and I chose Encore instead. Or I chose Disable instead. All right. All right, pretty sure I mean, I just win. like I just switch out Rila. Cause I'll have Fake Out Pressure again. I guess I'll disable the Incineroar. Because I can go in Incineroar, I can click Disable on the Incineroar on their side. They realize that they're going to forfeit. Oh, man. That was not in my range of expectation, but we absolutely will take that. I can't believe they let me do that. Whimsicott, Hisuian Typhlosion, Male Entity, Sneasler, Corviknight, Garchomp. Hisuian Typhlosion, so scary. So scary. The rest of the team, though, I can definitely play around. I like Incineroar. Incineroar Gothitelle actually seems really nice. I think I will lead Incineroar Gothitelle. Rila, Dewgong. I don't really need the Flamigo. I mean, it's not bad against this team. Wide Guard's actually pretty good, but I don't think I need it otherwise. Gengar. Can't really hit the Male Entity. It can do things, I guess, with Perish Song and Disable, but I feel like the core mode is good enough for the most part. Incineroar is just really good here in general. We have Fake Out Pressure that we can go for. Yeah, like I think we have a pretty good options here. The only thing is that could get out of hand. Sneeze or Dire Claws can definitely get out of hand if they lead it. I need Incineroar healthy because if I don't have Incineroar healthy, Typhlosion could reverse sweep. So something I'm gonna have to watch out for. Like, I think I see probably the Whimsicott, Typhlosion, Sneasler, and Male Entity come out. Not what I expected. Sneasler, Garchomp. I mean, that works out really well for me, actually. As I lead Incineroar plus the Gothitelle. And now the Garchomp's trapped in, so... Ooh, it's Clear Amulet. Oh, is this coaching stuff? It might be coaching stuff. I'm getting in Dewgong, and I'm going to go for Fake Out into the Sneasler. This has to be coaching, right? If you're going to go for... If you're Clear Amulet like this, it should be coaching. But it makes sense. You have Corviknight as well. I'm bringing out Dewgong, and I'm going to Fake Out the Sneasler. You go for Fake Out a Goth. Sure. And they're going to go for Stomping Tantrum into Goth. Protect would have been nice, but I didn't want to give them a free coaching. All right. I think we're okay, though. I think that this is a safe Perish Song. Do I have to Terra Fairy here? I'm really worried about Dire Claw. I think I have to Terra Fairy. I'm going to Perish Song and go for a Heal Pulse into Dewgong. They might double the Dewgong here. I don't think double into Gothitelle KOs, but we'll see. They go for the Terra. Maybe this is coaching Earthquake? No, they Terra the Garchomp. Terra Steel in case I'm an Ice move. Sure. I really would like a double into Dewgong here because the Perish Song's really good here. But we'll see. We will Terra our Dewgong into our Terra Fairy to avoid close combat from doing a crazy amount of damage into Dewgong. If we Dire Claw, this is really bad, but we'll see. At least I can't get statused. They go for coaching. Okay. So this is kind of what I expected. Perfect. Dragon Claw. We should take one. Yeah, perfect. Perish Song going to come out. All right. So I think that this is an okay turn for the most part. We're getting the Perish Song counters down. We might have to sacrifice Rillaboom, but that's all right. Yeah, sacrificing Rillaboom is not much. Because the rest of the team really hates Incineroar for Solvest. So if I get rid of these two, Incineroar plus Perish should be able to win. I'm going to Rillaboom and I'm clicking Protect with the Gothitelle. One, I get Leftovers Recovery, which is super important on the Gothitelle because with that Intimidate from the Incineroar earlier, I should be able to tank the Earthquakes extremely well. There's a chance they go for Stomping Tantrum Dire Claw into the Dewgong and read this, but this is okay because Rilla should be able to tank it. With an Intimidate plus the Grassy Terrain and the Resist naturally, I should be alright. Let's see. We protect Gothitelle, and then with the Leftovers and Grassy Terrain, I think we are able to tank the Sneasler attack. Dire Claw comes out. Yep, in the Rilla. That was the downside of going for the Terra earlier. Nice and nice. They actually went for the Stomping into the Gothitelle, so that's even better. Okay. Pretty sure Gothitelle lives one Dire Claw at this range. Which is all I need. I'm faking out the Garchomp and I'm going for Heal Pulse. Or should I go for a double Protect? Health is not really necessary on this Pokemon. Actually, no, I wouldn't want to double Protect because there's 2 turns of counting down. No, I do fake out the Garchomp and I always Heal Pulse the Rillaboom. Or should I Rain Dance? Because if I Rain Dance, the Typhlosion becomes a lot less threatening. Though the Typhlosion's not really threatening damage to my last 2. I think I Heal Pulse to Rilla in case I need it. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. We fake out the Garchomp. We Heal Pulse the Rilla. If they go for Dire Claw on the Rilla, this is fine. I just bring in Dewgong and I Protect. They Dire Claw the Rilla, which is fine too. Okay, now they just guarantee lose here. Or not guarantee lose, but I think I'm in a really good spot to clean up the end game. All right, we Heal Pulse the Utter Slop, but yeah, I think now. Do I want to risk anything? I could risk crit. And do I want to go greedy here? That's the question. So I always bring in Dewgong, that's for sure. I could go Incineroar for the Gothitelle and fake out the Garchomp. Actually, I'm trying to think. Is that worth it though? Because I feel like Full Health Incineroar does win. Do I want to fake out? Or do I want to go for Protect? I guess I could fake out the Garchomp and Heal Pulse the Dewgong. So I can Protect the next turn if I have to. We stop the Garchomp from moving. We are risking crit though. I think you might try to close combat the Gothitelle. Oh, you don't. Okay. That's fine. I can't get Covert Cloak status. Or I can't get status by Dire Club because of Covert Cloak. I heal pulse my Dewgong. We're back to full. And I should have it sealed, I'm pretty sure, because the Perish counts down. Like, I could have went Incineroar, but I was worried if they close combated the Incineroar switch, because if I lost that health on Incineroar, I think it's bad for my end game. Because as long as I Perish Song this end game, pretty sure Dewgong is slower than everything on their team, and I don't think they have an immediate way to threaten the Dewgong. So goodbye, Garchomp. Gothitelle goes down to Perish. We bring in Incineroar, and I think we're good. Let's see. Well, we don't have knockoff on Incineroar. Corviknight comes out. I can Perish that, so that's fine. Is it Indeedee back? It is Indeedee back. Okay. They used their Terra already. Mirror armor, that's acceptable. Dewgong should take the attacks, especially if I Perish this endgame. Who's faster though, the Incineroar or the Corviknight? I think it's probably the Incineroar. Oh wait, this endgame might be trickier than I thought. This might be trickier than I thought, actually. They have to double the Dewgong, I think. I'm gonna go for a Throat Chop into Indeedee in case it's not Focus Sash on this team for some reason, because it could be Focus Sash Sneasler and like Specs Indeedee or Scarf. Oh, they Trick. Wait, that's actually really good, because if it is Trick, Choice Scarf, or Choice Specs, I actually needed to go for the Protect here. They go for Bulk Up, but that should be acceptable. Also, my Incineroar is slower than Corviknight, so I should win. Yeah, I KO'd the Indeedee even through the Intimidate because I have a lot of attack investment, and male Indeedee is super frail. And now I can Perish the endgame. Alright, we go for the Perish Song, and we go for a Throat Chop into the Corviknight. They go for Bulk Up, okay. The Corviknight just being faster than my Incineroar just helps out a lot here. Because I'm able to get Perish Song, I now outspeed their team. I don't have Encore Disable on Dewgong. I think I just attack with Dewgong because I'm pretty sure plus 2 Corviknight's still not knocking out Dewgong with all the defense investment I have. I'm going to flip turn the Corviknight, and I'm going to go for a Throat Chop again. I don't know if they bulk up or Brave Bird. They Brave Bird the Incineroar reading to Protect. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Then again, I'm not like the bulkiest sound Incineroar, so that should be fine. Okay, I think it comes down to does Dewgong survive the upcoming attack. I don't know if they're going to bulk up now or they Brave Bird, but they kind of have to get this read right, because if I Protect on a bulk up, I think I lose guaranteed to Brave Bird. So the next turn, unless I go for a double Protect, it might give me the better odds though if Brave Bird KOs here, but I just feel like Dewgong should live one Brave Bird. I really do. With how much investment I have, like, I'd be shocked if it went down. It's only plus 2 Corviknight too. Brave Bird does hurt, but it's not like Corviknight's attack stats incredible, but that is the invested Corviknight. Brave Bird gonna come out in a Dewgong. Yeah, like Dewgong's able to hang on. Beautiful. I'm able to get a flip turn off into the Corviknight. And yeah, the game's now sealed because I can just Protect on this last turn. So I go for the Protect and I win the game. Because the Corviknight's faster, it'll be the first one to faint to Perish. Whew. They go for the Roost, but it doesn't change anything because we're both going down to Perish. Cool. So I guess I could have saved the Gothitelle. Because if I had Gothitelle, this endgame would have probably been a lot easier because I still had Fake Out Pressure. But yeah, like when I thought about this, like when I saw that it was like coaching on the Sneasler, I'm like, wait, coaching Sneasler usually runs Sash. I could see the Indeedee not being Sash on this team. So I had to change my thought process because I'm like, Okay, there's choice lock trick option, but also a choice specs expanding force. And choice, if I took any damage with the Dewgong that turn and didn't KO, I was in a really rough spot. So I don't think it was the best well executed game from me, but I was able to position at least a Perish in the beginning and clean up in the end. Muck, Smeargle, Flamigo, Dragonite, Gallade, and Superior. Oh my goodness, I am so glad I have Covercloak, Perish Song, Dewgong. I am so glad. All right. I'm going to bring Gothitelle plus the Dewgong. In the back, Incineroar, Rillaboom. Should I bring Gengar? Gengar might not be bad. But I like the recovery with grassy terrain. Stacking on the Gothitelle. Nah, I'm going to bring Rilla and Incin. Let's see. Perish Song is actually pretty good here. Perish Song is pretty good. Does it invalidate? Well, it doesn't totally invalidate Muck Smeargle, but it makes his life so much easier. And I mean so much easier. So we'll see what text they have here. I'm going to fake out this Smeargle. I'm going to go for Perish Song turn 1. And then we'll figure it out from there. Luckily, with the Covercloak on Dewgong, I don't have to worry about fake out Smeargle buying a turn. If they have a way to pivot the Smeargle, because sometimes they have a pivot move like Explosion, so they could get the Flamigo in faster. That might be an option. But we'll see. Gonna see the lead of Dragonite Superior. Not a lead I would have anticipated. As long as you're not Covercloak, though, I should be fine. Oh, we'll find out. I'm just gonna Perish Song fake out. Is it worth risking everything? Yeah, we ball. They got the Superior. It actually is Covercloak. Thunderwave. Okay. We're gonna go Incineroar. Protect the Gothitelle, because this could be Leaf Storm or it could be Taunt into the Gothitelle. I mean, this is still not a bad spot. This lead's very passive from them. Incineroar should be in a good offensive position to take the knockdown Superior. Like, even though they have Contrary, like, it shouldn't change too much. I doubt it's physical on this team. We'll protect our Gothitelle. A Leaf Storm, which is fine. It's not gonna do that. Yeah, it does like no damage. Hey, Thunder Wave catching the read. I could have Heal Pulse, I suppose. That's not like too bad. I'm just gonna U-turn the Superior in case it's like Terra Water or something, because I do have Rillaboom or Grassy Glide coming out afterward. I could Flare Blitz. Flare Blitz might be better. You know what? I'm gonna Flare Blitz Heal Pulse, because healing the Incineroar might be important. Twister. Oh my goodness. What is this team? It's really an RNG team. It's really an RNG team. Oh, thank goodness we got the Flare Blitz off. That's actually so lucky. Twister, I think, is like a weak dragon move that can flinch. I haven't seen that move in ages. Like ages. I can't remember the last time I've seen it. There's no way I got both attacks up. That's so lucky. We're taking it to the bank though, but like that's so lucky. Is it Muck Smeargle in the back? I don't think it can be, right? It has to be whatever's in the back. Delayed. Okay, that's the threat. Ah, Gallade is such a big threat. Gonna heal pulse, switch into real, I think. I need to get offense against the Gallade as fast as possible. Or at least fake out pressure in the Gallade. Scale shot. Ooh, they targeted down to Rila. Is this K? Oh, what? It's not loaded dice. It's just a random scale shot D Knight for the speed boost. Sacred Sword. That does so much. We are able to get another heal pulse off, which is fantastic. Okay. I think that this is a pretty acceptable spot. I'm gonna fake out the Gallade and swap into Dewgong here. Yeah. Then I could Terra Fairy, go for Perish Song, switch into Gothitelle. And I think we're in a good spot. Like, what the heck has this game been, man? They're probably gonna go for the Thunder Wave into the Rila here. I mean, they Rock Slide, sure. It does like no damage, and I had Covert Cloak on the Dewgong, so I was like very accepting of it. Okay. I'm gonna go into Gothitelle, and I'm gonna go for. Did I protect the Dewgong because I can fake out the next turn? Yeah, no, I think I protected Dewgong here. Yeah, I'm just gonna protect the Dewgong here. Because if I do get the fake out off, I fake out Perish, then I can double protect. While if I go for Perish now, like, then I have a chance to get parried. The odds are still probably okay. Protect the Dewgong here. Oh, shoot. What the heck is this? There's no way. There's no way. Okay. What am I dealing with here? I'm gonna hope. Actually, no. What am I dealing with? Why is it every time I use like team with a complicated strategy, it's like I faced all the things that like give it the biggest nightmare. Okay, if they have Encore and they have Taunt, they know that I have a fake out pressure on both of them, and I know they're both not Covert Cloaks, so I feel like I could get a heal pulse into an Encore scenario. You're kidding me. You went for... Okay, I can still get the Perish off. Actually, can I? Gallade taunt. Oh my goodness. Just gonna go for heal pulse into the Dewgong, and I'm gonna go for the Perish attempt. If they taunt now, they've gotten me, but like, oh my god, what is this team? What is this game, man? I'm trying so hard to get this Perish song off, but it's been so hard. I have Covert Cloak. I don't care about the Rock Slide. They finally go for it. Okay. Heal pulse, so at least I get Dewgong healthy. Trying to figure out my out, man. They're probably going to Sacred Sword to Gothitelle now at this point. Can I flip turn? Switch. I need to get Fake Out on board and I need Perish. I feel like the only way I can do this is if I get Incineroar in and flip turn to Gallade here. Like the odds are actually so against me right now. Era. On what? Delayed. Era Water is whatever. It doesn't change anything. Rock Slide. Battle Stadium Ladder makes me want to cry sometimes. Who prepares this much for Perish Song, man? You had double taunt and encore. I cannot win. If I had Psychic on the Gothitelle, I think it would have been possible, but no, I do not have Psychic, so we are going to forfeit here. Don't even get me started. We did get really lucky though with the Flare Blitz turn and the Heal Pulse. And the Gallade plus the Encore Dragonite. I should have went for Perish. Actually, no, it didn't matter because they taunted and Encored that situation, right? I couldn't do anything with Dewgong. So I was trying to maneuver, finding a way somehow. What would it have been? Like, even if I stayed in with Gothitelle, flip turn into Incineroar, I still don't think I can win. That's the problem. Because I still can't figure out a position to get the Perish Song plus Fake Out safely. Because I still have to find a way to switch out and then Fake Out the Gallade. The Gallade starting so much damage. It's just like, it's just so hard. All right, let's go over to games. In game one, forgot to have Terra Ground on my Rillaboom. So this game was a lot harder than it should have been. But thankfully, my opponent didn't go for close combat to cover for my Dewgong switch. And I was able to clean up the endgame with Perish Song. In game two, now I didn't notice that I didn't teach Throat Shot to my Incineroar, which I kept Knockoff, which would have affected the Hyper Voice at least, but Knockoff was so useful to get rid of the Life Orb on the Ursaluna. The Reflect ended up messing me up with Incineroar not being able to finish the Ursaluna with 2 hits after Flamigo was able to get Brave Bird off, and I couldn't go for Perish Song with my remaining Pokemon that were just faster than the Ursaluna, so I would have lost that if I did stall out the Perish Song counters. I should have close combated with the Flamigo instead of Brave Bird since Annihilate couldn't Terra and wouldn't survive close combat if it hanged on from the Terra Ghost Shadow Ball anyway, especially since the Golden Gold revealed Focus Sash, so Annihilate couldn't hold it. In game 3, this game was just really strange, but my opponent let the Zoroark go down instead of switching into Incineroar, allowing Perish Song to clean up in the end. In game 4, clear Amulet Garchomp with Coaching Sneasler was a little bit rough as the lead, and the endgame could have been scary with Boosted Corviknight doing a lot of damage, but got the call right to knock out the Entity while preserving health on the Dewgong to win the game against the Corviknight. In game 5, I should have expected Tex to deal with Perish Song, but not sure what to say about this game. I think I needed Gengar over Rillaboom as a faster Perish Song threat into the Taunt Gallade would have been useful, but what the heck was I expecting from this team? I don't know. I did not expect like multiple Encore and Taunt options. Overall, how was Perish? I think Perish is a lot of fun. I mean, Dewgong, Gothitelle, definitely. It's just really about focusing on every single board position. You don't have to worry about the damage against the opposing side sometimes and just have to focus on, okay, how do I set up for great Perish mode? But there are times where you do have to make sure you get rid of those threats like the Golden Go with the high horsepower, the Incineroar. You got to position it well. Like, this team is very hard to position, but very rewarding if you are able to set it up correctly. So if you do want to try out the team, there's the rental code. It won't last very long, so make sure you grab it while you can. If you'd like to check out the details of the team, they'll be linked in the description down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.